What's going on, everyone? So today's video is probably going to be short and sweet and to the point, because I am sure there are others like me out there having the same issue with their, well, this is a 97 Ford Ranger with the 4-liter single overhead cam engine, and they had this engine up until I believe it was like 2002 2003 is when they went to the dual overhead cam 4-liter engines. Now, the issue I'm having with this Ranger, it's been on the channel before. We did the gas tank straps. Well, this is a buddy of mine's truck, and last time it was here, did the gas tank straps like I just said. Now this time I did the center support bearing because that went bad, and it has this surging issue. Now let me fire it up and show you guys. Now I did already let it warm up a little bit, as you can see, and then it starts doing this. So this is what it starts to do. It sounds like it has a cam, and it's probably hard to tell, but it's moving the whole truck. So I found out on the forums, searching everything, they say the IAC valve, the idle air control valve, could be bad, and I did clean this up, the old one, and ran it, and it seemed to run fine, so I ordered the part, changed it, but then the issue came back. Other people say it's the mass airflow sensor, which will be inside the airbox. This thing is like brand spanking new. It's clean as a whistle, which is kind of ironic because whistles are actually really dirty. But looking around, I'm trying to check for cracks in any of the spark plug lines or anything like that. Well, I ended up finding in one of the forums the PCB airline down here. There's this line that I'm pointing to right here, and then there's the rubber that comes off of it. They say to check, hold on, let me show off the engine. They say to check this right here, this elbow right here, because it tends to crack. Well, I went to go check that elbow, and lo and behold, this air hose is just not attached to where it should be in the first place. And to get to it, there is just this cover right here. It's the 2 bolts. Remove this cover and the airline will be right down there. So it wasn't connected, and this is how I kind of figured that that was it, because alright, we got our safety glasses on the forehead and on the eyes, just in case. Then we're going to take our hand and shove it down in there, and watch out because this gets really hot. And I'm covering. So when I cover that airline going into the throttle, it actually smooths out the idle a lot. I release it, it wants to die. And then it comes back to life. And then there it goes. So I'm pretty sure that's what the issue was. So I'm gonna let this cool down before I try and put it back on there, and then I'll throw the hose on, put a zip tie on it, and hopefully that fixes the issue. Alright, so I just put the hose back on the fitting underneath the throttle body and put a zip tie on it so it's not gonna just fall off this time. And it is easier to get to it if you just undo the clamp for the air boot or air intake to the throttle and then tighten it back up. We'll put this cover back on. We're gonna go take it for a test drive around the block. Make sure it's not gonna die at idle or in drive or in park or anything like that. Make sure everything's working properly, and then this should be the fix. 182,000 miles. And can I just say I miss having my old Ranger, because honestly that was a great truck. It was simple. I had crank windows just like this one does, and well, I wouldn't mind having a simple truck again. I would keep the F-150, but having like a second beater vehicle type just parts getter would be awesome. Anyways, let's go take it for a test drive. Well, seems to be running great now. It's not dying or idling weird or having the rough idle or stalling at the stop sign or in drive or in park or anything like that. And I was turning on the AC, turning it off, turning it on, making sure it run through the cycles, and it wasn't dying on that either. So it's all good to go. I just had my scanner out because I was reading the RPMs, making sure they were staying right around that 800-900 mark, and it was. So it didn't seem like it was going to be dying or anything like that. I was sitting with it for like 20-30 minutes. I was sitting over by a stop sign for like 5 minutes with it in drive. So it's all good to go. Basically, if you're having this type of issue, check the PCV hose line underneath the throttle body, and that could be your issue, and it's a very simple and cheap fix if it is. But otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button. If you did, go ahead and hit the dislike button and let me know what I can improve on for next video. And as always, if you haven't done so already, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it, and I will catch you later. Bye.